Hello, ministry team leaders. This is Sarah Davidson, Director of Communications and Membership Engagement at Cedar Lane. Welcome to our second tip video on membership and communications for ministry team leaders. Last month we discussed prior to your event, before your event. Today we're going to be talking about at your event. Things that you can do to build community, bring people in, make people comfortable, and also help ensure that your event is successful and that people return for future events. So, this is really a careful balance of being strategic, having a successful event, and also being present to the people that have decided to join you for your event and helping to build community at Cedar Lane. So, some things we can do to accomplish this. I've probably already said this before, but have a designated greeter, or more than one designated greeter, but at least one, who can help with sign-in. If you have to, you can leave out a sign-in sheet for people to fill out, but it's much better to have someone that, a people person, use it as an opportunity for small talk. How long have you been coming to Cedar Lane? What brought you here tonight? I don't believe we've met before. Great opportunity to practice those active listening skills and just to chat with people before the event so that they feel welcomed and like they, are using their time wisely. So, and the sign-in sheet is super important because teams are then we're able to build your list. Meaning, a great example, we just had the drawdown project workshop on Saturday, and the environmental justice team had a sign-in sheet for that, and I didn't count, but it's a good number of people. What we can do with your list once we start to build it is we can let people that have attended, environmental justice events or whatever they are, let them know about upcoming opportunities that they can be involved in since they've previously expressed interest in those kinds of activities. Rather than sending e-blasts to, the 1,300 people on our constant contact list, where only a small, 100 of those people are actually interested in the event enough to wish to attend, whatever. So, sign-in sheets, super important. Just name, email. How did you hear about this event? That's important information for us because we can figure out how people are finding out about our events this way, and it may vary group to group. And then, have you signed the membership book at Cedar Lane? That's also helpful information for me. It doesn't mean we're going to, start interacting with these people and trying to get them to join right away, but, if they keep showing up and they haven't signed the book, then that might be a good opportunity for me to reach out about, membership at Cedar Lane, or just other engagement opportunities for people that are returning. So, that is step one. You'll also want to have flyers out. Not a million flyers, just pick one or two. So ideally, like for the Social Justice Film Festival, which is what we did on Friday evening, have the next month's film flyer ready to go to let people know about it so that they know what their next step is in terms of engagement. It may not always be your group's event that you want to promote the next time. So at the family trunk or treat, we'll promote Holiday Craft Day because that's coming up and that's another social family event. So just think about something that logically makes sense for people to want to attend, and if you can, put steps in place to have flyers ready by the time of your event for the next event. You can also lay these flyers out on the tables if you have tables at your event. Just that way, if there's a lull during the evening or whenever the event is, or if people are hanging out prior to the start of the event, they can look at the flyer, see what's going on. It's just good placement of it. They may not grab it at the front, but if you have a couple sitting on tables, they might be more likely to see it. Also, if you have recurring attendees or other ministry team members available at the event to do this, just have some of those people walk around and be the socializers for the event. If you see folks sitting alone before the event, go chat with them. Make sure they feel welcome. Practice your active listening skills. Find out how long they've been coming, what they're interested in. Have just a good conversation. There are other things that are optional but would be really nice in terms of ambiance and making people feel comfortable. Music's always a great idea. If somebody on your team has a Bluetooth speaker or even an old school boombox, just some music in the background if it makes sense to make people feel welcome and kind of just provide some nice ambiance for the event. I know I always appreciate it when that's available. Food always helps. The right lighting. I mean, I'm not going to go into lighting, that's a little too specific, but just being mindful of what it feels like to be in the space and welcomed in the space. Being really mindful of that from the viewpoint of others that are attending the event. So, as ministry team leaders, you're leaders in our Cedar Lane faith community. So, help direct others, help direct people that are at your event to areas they may feel passionate about. This really is leadership development. So if you're having a wonderful conversation and you find out that someone's deeply passionate about immigrant justice and they're at a environmental justice event or a racial justice event, give them contact information, help point them to where they should be in the community. It's not always about bringing people into your ministry team. Sometimes it's about just finding the right places for certain people. So be open to that possibility about they may have a good time at your event, but they may be best fit. Their time may be better utilized on another team. Okay. So, thank you for listening to this. I hope you found some useful tidbits here. Thank you for all you do, and I will see you next month. Take care.